restored harmony among the race. There was a time, as Ellen White describes it, there was a time that God the Father, you see, in heaven, even angels didn't know that the position that Christ had. They understood Christ as the heavenly commander. Now, because the devil, who by then was Lucifer, he was the covering cherubim at the throne of God. He was the share. In fact, in the book Patriarchs, is it 36.4, 40.1, says that Christ, Lucifer, was the glory sharer together with God. He seated at the throne next to God. Now, when a time comes that God the Father wants in his command, that his command should always be taken as his own. Now, when he called the whole host of heaven, and he pronounced that, Satan was raged, because God said would now take part in the divine counsel of God, or in the divine counsel. Now, Ellen White continues to say in the book SH 5.1, in heaven before his rebellion, Lucifer was exalted angel, next in honor to God's own son. His face, like those of other angels, was gentle, radiated happiness. His forehead was high and broad, showing the powerful intellect. His bodily form was perfect, and his bearing was noble and majestic. A special light beamed from his face and shone round him brighter and more beautiful than around other angels. Now, Satan, Lucifer, seated. In fact, he is being described how he was created. He was precious. He was created out of silver, out of gold, in fact, in the book of Ezekiel, is it Ezekiel 28 verse 12? I want us to read and see how this Lucifer was created. Ezekiel 28 verse 13 to 15.
It says, Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the jasper, the sapphire, coral, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets, of thy pipes, was prepared in thee. Thou art the anointed cherub, that covereth the anointed cherub, that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of stones of fire.
Thank you. So this is how Satan looked. He was created with perfectness, and he reflected the image of God. But now, what makes him now turn away and apostatize from the government of God? Now, Ellen White continues to say that in their presence he might set forth the true position of his son and show the relation he sustained to all created beings. Before the assembled inhabitants of heaven, the king declared that none but Christ, the only begotten of God, could fully enter into the purpose, and to him was committed to execute the mighty counsel of his will. So Christ was pronounced to his true position, not as the heavenly commander, but as the one divine with God. But this enraged the devil, by then Lucifer. The great creator assembled the heavenly host that he might in the presence to confer the special honor to his son. Now, hear this. Satan was envious and jealous of Jesus Christ. Yet, when the angels bowed to Jesus to acknowledge his supremacy and high authority and rightful rule, Satan